At the time of recording this, it has been 2 days since the Saturday music video got released, and we are all still coming up with a lot of theories regarding it, and you guys are still sending me theories on Twitter, Discord, YouTube comment section, and you guys are amazing and still got a lot to read. However, I think one thing is pretty clear. I think that we are starting to make connections between all the questions we had going into Scale-Nicey, and now I think that we're starting to put the pieces together, including questions about trash. I think we are starting to understand what trash is, what trash isn't, as well as trash's purposes within the Demon universe, as well as connecting trash to other concepts we've discussed previously, and one of those concepts is Zoroastrianism. And of course, one of the kings of Zoroastrianism on Twitter is Jay is a chicken at J3756 F2471, and we're going to be spotlighting their theory connecting Zoroastrianism with trash today, as well as doing a little refresher on Zoroastrianism, because I feel as though it's important for going in. So, good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I really hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well, and hope it continues to go well. Why am I talking fast? Well, I've been trying to record this intro for 2 hours, and the GoPro keeps dying, so I need to speed up this process along before it dies once again. So, we're going to spotlighting Zoroastrianism once again, with trash and all of that sort of thing, and Jay does include a lot of screenshots in this end, but these screenshots are super long concepts of Zoroastrianism, and if we read all of them, this video would be like double the length of it is, so we are just going to skip all those. However, I will link the whole full thread down in the description box below. If you want to go read them, you definitely can, and or we can talk about more Zoroastrianism if I ever do the Good Day TUP podcast. But anyway, let's get right into it. So here is 21 Pilots and Zoroastrianism. Let's go. I have a 21 Pilots theory. I think that the bishops are Zoroastrian devas. This applies to Trench more than Psy. It also might be obvious, but I haven't seen anyone else talk much about it, so here we go. The Demon universe is connected quite strongly to Zoroastrianism through the Towers of Silence, or dogmas, and the significance of vultures in fire. So it seems probable that there will be more references to Zoroastrianism in the Demon universe. There are two opposing divine beings, one being Aurora Mazda, being good, and the other one being Angra Mainyu, bad. And as we go forward, we're just going to refer to these two beings as Mazda and Angra because they are a lot easier to say. So Mazda created the Auroras, angels for lack of a better term, and in the opposition, Angra created the Devas, demons for lack of the better word. This definite line between good and bad is a common concept in 21 Pilots music, or dualism. In the Gathas, the oldest Zoroastrian text, the Devas are described as tempters and misleaders of humans. They mislead humans into believing the lie and worshipping the Devas. In the Gathas, a religion of the Devas is told to bring suffering and oppression to humans and animals. Sounds a lot like vialism. It might also be noted that Angra is seen to be the reason that death exists in the bishop's control of Dima. So, the Devas are all known to be preachers of the lie and deceiving humans, which seems to be like all the propaganda that Dima is putting out with Psy. Furthermore, in the Venedad, another sacred text, the Devas are said to gather dogmas or towers of silence depicted, and bishops have control over the dogmas. And we're going to actually take a look at one of the screenshots right here, and because the one is super long, however, we're going to take a look at this smaller one and slightly blurry one. So, Angra Mazda, where the Devas gather in the material world, is told that they do so at dogmas or towers of silence, to traditional sites for rituals for exposing the dead. It also might be where they are said to produce diseases which afflict the human world. Oh, 2020, where have you been? Also, the Gathas, the Devas are being drawn and controlled by a greater evil, which is Angra. So I think that maybe Nico may be Angra as well. Thread number 2. There's an interesting connection between trash and Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is linked quite closely to the 21 Pilots universe through the Towers of Silence, Vultures, and Fire. I also have a theory that the bishops are Devas, which is the thread we just left from, and Jay is a chicken quote retweeted that thread so people could check that out for more information. So, in Zoroastrianism, there's a serpent called Verta who had imprisoned the waters of the world. Trash is a water dragon from what we can see, and the symbol below, trash does look like a serpent imprisoning the world, except there are no continents. So the only thing left would be water. So he would be imprisoning the water of the world. The story of Verta isn't exclusive to Zoroastrianism, and I found a website describing the theory of Verta. It describes Verta as having a flaming tongue which sounds a lot like a dragon. He is also created to get revenge on Isra, a deva, and destroying him. He is described as killing devas, which, if we are going by the theory that the bishops are devas, has a lot of similarities to Trash destroying the submarines with the bishops in it. Verta is against the devas, the bad, but it's not aligned with the Azuras, the good. And Ava, great fan Tava, pointed out Trash is neither good or bad, and we are going to leave Jay's chicken thread, and we are going to move to Ava's thread really quick. So Ava, make sure to go give him a follow on Twitter, link in the description box below, twitter.com/greatfantava. I've seen some people on the timeline talking about Trash not necessarily being good or bad, so I thought I contribute a little, though some of my mind on this has changed since, and Ava takes us back to a thread on May 10th, a time before Scale Nicely, oh what a time to be alive. Thinking about this, we haven't been told directly until now that Trash can represent some bad traits too, not just imagination. Trash is more complex. An array of different aspects make him, and Ava takes us to this picture, a screenshot of an interview with Tyler himself. We wrote something that was more colorful and more imaginative, and this dragon really helps represent that imagination. You know, to me, it was flying around the room, about to disintegrate me at any moment while I was making these songs. Something that intense can absolutely influence you and keep you on your toes in reality that otherwise may be a little dull. And so this dragon, his name is Trash, he is equal parts inspiration, equal parts fear, and equal parts magical. And I think that I wanted to tie songs with something as powerful as that, and that's why it's on this record. About to disintegrate me at any moment. That makes me think of Pressure initially. Falling apart, break up, crumble, decay, perish, not just to kill or burn him, but completely destroy him, to which Ava gives us a little screenshot of the definition of disintegrate on the Google machine. Break up into small parts as a result of impact or decay, lose strength, cohesion, and gradually fail. Equal parts inspiration, equal parts fear. Fear and imagination together. But as we know that fear inspires Tyler too, so Trash inspires Tyler in both a negative and a positive way. Afraid of him, but also in awe of him. Fear, yet inspired. This dragon really does represent imagination. Is there fear in imagination? Do we imagine fear, or perhaps imagine things to be worse than they are? Or imagine things that scare us? I suppose that imagination doesn't always have to be good, and that's the freedom of it. Equal parts magical. Aside from being a dragon, does that mean that Trash has certain powers we aren't aware of yet? Tie the songs to something that powerful. The power of fear and inspiration and magic, which is both real and not physical form anyway. Also the power of Trash being a whole dragon that could cause Tyler to break into pieces, disintegrate and perish. Tyler obviously didn't let that happen. However, he managed to keep the dragon from causing him that life-ending harm, metaphorically speaking, too. So Trash isn't good, but he's also not bad. He's everything. He's a mixture. Good and bad in him. I suppose, as most things do have. Going back to the something that intense can absolutely influence you and keep you on your toes, as I believe that Trash could possibly be weaponized by Dima. Perhaps they use Dragon to make Tyler create, influencing him to create something bright, colorful as propaganda, which also explains as why the dragon is negative connotations and that Tyler was partly fearful of him, rather than just fully inspired by positive imagination. After all, the album cover art is the dragon depiction. That is all of Ava's thread. Now we go all the way back to Jay is a Chicken. We continue on our Zoroastrianism thread. Another interesting thing is that the Aedra, whose name has striking similar to Andre, might be a coincidence, ends up killing Verta, so it is possible that Trash may end up being killed, or it may be an alternate ending where Trash ends up killing the Devas. In 20 Pilots universe, Trash is not antagonized as Verta. Although the Verta dies, his soul enters some sort of equivalent to heaven, as he was essentially good. Even though his physical form, he was neither on the Devas or Azura's side, despite being a demonic body. With this, you could say that trash is essentially good, being a destructive body in order to defeat the bishops. This might be a little bit of a stretch, but I thought is what's interesting, and this was definitely interesting indeed. So there are certainly a lot of interesting connections we can make throughout the whole entire 21 Pilots universe in trash with Zoroastrianism. Definitely a lot of information here, but still super interesting, and I kind of want to go deeper into Zoroastrianism as much as I want to go deeper into feng shui, and I'm pretty sure if I really wanted to, we could make a 3-hour video to just deep dive into those subjects, but for now we are going to refrain. This is a lot of information, a lot of things to process, but I really hope you enjoyed out there. Make sure to go follow Jay is a Chicken on Twitter, and also follow Ava on Twitter, because Ava did contribute to this also. Go follow everyone, every video I do, follow everyone on the Twitter machine, because they are all very wonderful people and they deserve all of the love in the world, as do you out there. You all are very special, and I really appreciate you all. And no matter what how you're doing in your life right now, I am super proud of you. I'm super happy you're here, and I genuinely do love you all out there. Yes, you may message me, and it may take me 50 years to respond because I suck at DMs, but I really appreciate your existence, and I really appreciate you watching this small little channel. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go edit this video. I got my internship in the morning, and I finished this, I was gonna say before 10, but it just hit 10. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, good night, but more importantly, have a good day.